Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Jeff, and welcome to our newly built home in South Leaside. We've lived on this property for over 10 years. And actually, when we first bought it, we really liked the neighborhood. We liked that the size of the lot was quite large and we could eventually expand it.
Over the years, we've done a lot of research, and ultimately, after meeting Aria Build, we felt really comfortable and we liked his professionalism. Behzad was awesome to work with. We decided to go with him, and it's been a great experience so far.
I would say it was a pretty long process in deciding to find a builder. Probably interviewed 12 or 13 different builders. And after meeting with Behzad, we felt pretty comfortable. Everything that he explained to us, I think was helpful that Jess actually had a colleague that had used the company to build a pretty significant extension. And in our interactions with him, pretty excited about his professionalism and kind of the ease he took us through the process.
And he's super responsive. So if you ever had a question, whether it's in the morning, early mornings or evening, he's super responsive. You can always get a hold of him. And at the end of the day, I think it's really important to find somebody that's reliable, trustworthy, and has a lot of integrity, which is important in our journey. One of the most important things for us is to have a realistic preview of his quality of work. And so what we did was we made sure that we're able to see some of his recently built homes, and one being in North Leaside. The host graciously let us in, gave us all the details, their experience, and I found it to be very true, and it helped solidify our decision.
Yeah, one of the biggest reasons why we wanted to build a new house was we were just starting to run out of space. There are, the two of us, and we've got two young boys, 11 and 8, and the space was just starting to feel like pretty crowded. There was one bathroom upstairs that we all shared, so I always joke that you could probably take the door off there because you never really closed it.
But I think the new space we have is perfect for our family. It's more than spacious at this point. I think the boys love it. Our kids are quite young, and like you said, they both play sports, and now we have ample space to put away their equipment, and they all have their own desks, which is custom made, which I love. We're super happy, super thankful and grateful that we've had a smooth experience, and I think that's hard to come by. I've heard horror stories, and this isn't one of them.
One of the things that would often come up when I spoke to colleagues, friends about us building the house, everyone shared some sort of horror story where, it went way over budget or went way over time. And so when we shared that our house was, ahead of schedule, and we're actually from demolition to us moving into the house, it was 8 months. Like, people couldn't believe it. It was just, people were honestly taken aback.
We didn't believe it either, to be honest.
Oftentimes our neighbors would come by and say, like, oh my goodness, the house is going up so quickly. Like, you guys are gonna be in so soon. And so we thought that was really amazing, and definitely, not the norm when you're talking to folks, is being able to do a pretty significant construction project like this, within or ahead of the time frame. Another big consideration for us, since we've lived here for 10 years, is that we really wanted to be courteous to our neighbors because, we really like them. I mean, they've been here for a long time. We've been here a long time. And so that was actually something that was very important to us at the outset. We made it pretty clear to Behzad and the team at Aria Build that it was important that the site remained clean, that we were very courteous with the neighbors. And, we started that communication with them very early. So we got them involved in really sharing some of our plans, and we put certain things in place agreements in place with them to make sure that, they were happy with it. And if anything we touched on their side, it would be fully restored. And, throughout the process, I think Behzad and the team got to know our neighbors pretty well. And I think they were always, willing to engage in conversations with them. And it was a pretty smooth process, something that is also not typical. Sometimes you get neighbors who are a little bit more difficult, but I think, the professionalism of Behzad and his trades really helped, keep our neighbors happy and in dealing with the construction.
We have a space that we can entertain our friends finally. So in the past, of course, our house was a lot smaller, like Jeff mentioned, and we didn't have space. And now we have ample space, and we're looking forward to hosting upcoming festivities. So I love the fact that we have large windows that allow natural light. That's something that we didn't have before.
Yeah, the natural light is great. Like it just said, large windows everywhere, and just a lot more space. I think our old house, excluding the basement, was around 1,200 square feet, and this one is, I think, just under 2,800. And then when you added the basement, it's getting closer to 4,000. We have a garage. It's something we didn't have before. Really like that, having room to potentially park our car once we clean it up, but also having more space for storage. And one of the things that I think I was really excited for when we were building the house was the HVAC. It's probably not on the top of people's lists, but I really wanted something that was super comfortable for us. The old house was a bit drafty given its age. So with this house, we went with heated floors throughout the whole house as our primary heat source. We also have 2 mechanical rooms, one that does the main floor in the basement and a separate one that handles the upstairs. Because often, even with new builds, you have people complain about the different temperatures upstairs versus downstairs and not really having control over that. So that was something that was important to me. It was something that we thought was important overall.
I'll say my favorite part of the house is the kitchen itself, because in our old home, we didn't have an island where we could sit and chat and have the kids here in the morning, have their breakfast. So I think having this area with the quartzite that I picked out, I am in love with. Looking at it every day makes me happy. Knowing that I can, one, cook, not just for our family, but for a larger group, parties, and it's just makes it easy to entertain. When it comes to the trades, we had a great experience, especially with Abbey Tiles. Brian from Abbey Tiles was amazing to work with. He was very precise, and because I'm very particular, he did meet my expectations. We worked with Leaside on our millwork, and they were exceptional. And coming from somebody who's super picky, the attention to detail is superb. I have no complaints about them. I would happily work with them again.
I would say just overall, all the trades were very good. I think it's a testament to the Aria Build team to find trades that can deliver high quality product and do it quickly. And I think that speaks to the relationships that the team has with the trades, because I know some trades are in pretty high demand, but to be able to get, high quality folks in here to work on the house has been great.
Yeah, and it's a multiple trades at once. It's not just one day, one trade, the next day another. So I think, again, having that relationship with his trades is important, and it is a testament to his character. They are exceptional. They're super passionate in what they do, and you could see them day in and day out when they come in that they're super happy to be here.
We had the one person who did the Venetian plaster and micro cement. He's an artist, and we loved watching him work. He was great.
Super passionate. When you say passion, that's passion. Like, no one is more passionate than him.
Visit the house fairly often because we were nearby. When we pop in, the trades were always happy to kind of take us through what they were doing. They were all very happy to kind of take time to speak to us about it. We tried not to get in their way, but they were definitely very courteous and very respectful. And so we appreciated that.
So when it came to our trades, when it comes to prices, you can do your research all you want. And I think there was a testimonial before me that Behzad has unbeatable prices. Like, the connection he has is undoubtedly amazing. So you can save time in that space, in that time.
And just go with his recommendations.
Go with his recommendation.
So if you're considering taking on a big project like this, I think Jess and I would definitely recommend Behzad and the team at Aria Build. It's been a great experience. We've been really happy throughout the whole project. Yeah, maybe we'll work together again.
At our next house.